Hey guys, Kyle here with another video for the YouTube channel. And in today's video, I'm going to be talking about how to enrich data and score leads. I'm not going to go super advanced into it, just kind of high level. And if you guys like this and want to kind of see more about this and want me to go deeper, I'll go deeper. But I just want to keep it high level, kind of introduce you to how to properly enrich companies and how to score them. So all this data right here I got from Find People inside of Clay. These are just CEOs of construction companies. Okay. So what we have here is company name. We have first name, last name, full name of the CEO, the location of the company domain, and a LinkedIn profile, I believe, for the company. So the problem is we don't know anything about the company besides this location and the name of it, right? So we don't know if they're actually a good ideal customer for us, right? So the first step of this process is to go to Add Enrichment and look up Enrich Company. So as you can see here, there's a lot of different data providers. For this, I use Lead Magic because I have an API, so I don't have to spend credits. So basically, you hook up your company name and company domain. And let's see if we're missing anything. Okay. So we're going to put a run if only statement because we don't want this to run if there isn't a company domain. So only run if company domain is not empty. Okay. Okay, boop, boop, boop. All right, awesome. Add fields. And then I like to add a lot of these in here. Employee count, you got company ID. You can add in the stuff if you guys want. But there's a lot of stuff. Okay, so we're just gonna get it all in here. Honestly, let's just put it all in here. Actually, let's not put it all in here because there's a lot. But yeah, you can see there's a lot of data that we could get on the company. I'm just gonna do this. Yeah, that should be good. All right, we're just gonna put save, run for the first 10 rows so I can see what this looks like. All right, see, it's just gonna that's why I kind of took some of them away because I'll end up having 60 columns if I select them all. And it's still gone. Alrighty, so the enrichment process has began. Now, as you can see, company not found. What you can do is set up a waterfall. So if Lead Magic doesn't find it, your next data provider could try it to attempt to find it. And if that data provider doesn't find it, it'll move to the next one and it'll be a waterfall system. Same thing with the email finding. Okay. But we're not gonna do that in this video. All right, so we got obviously the company name again, we got the website URL, the industry, and then we got the description of the company. This is very important because we could use this to match it against our ICP in an AI prompt, which I'll get to later. But we got employee count, right? So this is what we're going to use to score these companies. So this could be one of them. So employee count is 65. Let's say we only want to, work with companies that have over 30 employees. Okay, so we would do this. To checkbox, and we'll go here, 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 and then we all right. Click on that. Use AI. If employee count is greater than is equal to 30 or greater, check the box. All right, let's see this thing work. What are you doing there, buddy? Oh, we didn't save the formula. Okay. All right, let's go back. Generate formula. It's doing its thing. It's cooking up. Okay. Ready for it, guys? Here we go. Boom. So if we look, head count is 51, 5201, 65. So check it. Head count is 22. So it's unchecked, right? And then we got 77. So it's checked. As you guys can see, it's scored. So then we're going to name this column companies headcount over 30. You can say that, right? So that's a scoring system we just set up there. Okay, now the next one is we're going to use the company summary to match them against our ideal customer persona. All right, so if we look at one of these, let's look at an American one, because I don't want to look at India one, because I don't understand Indian construction companies. Okay, so if we go, let's dive deeper into this thing, expand that. Elevate Construction provides training, consult services, okay, social media content, and remarkable in-person training. Okay, for example, let's say we only want to work with, let's say we could do, let's try this out. Check the company description and website and let me and tell me if they build homes or apartment buildings. If they do build homes, return true. Homes / apartments or apartments, return true. True. If they do not build apartments or homes, return false. Okay. Let's see on, and then company description. You will get it right here. There we go. Website, company website. OCD. There we go. All right. Website. So we have website URL. Boom. All right. Let the prompt generation begin. All right, guys. Just me and you now, waiting for this prompt to be all done here. But as you guys can see, we're basically just validating it, right, with checkboxes. And then we could filter later on when we send the leads to the campaign based on these filtering criteria. For example, if headcount over 30 isn't checked, don't send them to the campaign. And if they don't match this ICP prompt, don't send them to the campaign, right? So we're just building up all these validation columns, and then we can use that as filtering criteria for our prospects in this list later on. Okay, the prompt is here. Now, another cool thing you guys could do is use like SEMrush or SimilarWeb, and you could get the web traffic of their website, and you could also use that for scoring. So that's another cool thing you guys could do. Depends on what you sell, right? But that's something I like to do a lot for scoring leads. Because if they have under like 100 website visitors, usually they're not like that big, right? And if they have like 10,000, 30,000, we know like they're not really going to need help with their marketing. Usually they're doing pretty good. All right. So let's do this one. And API key. Boop, boop, boop. All righty. So, and now we're only going to run this if this box is checked, because there's no reason to run the prompt for leads that aren't validated, right? If they don't have over 30 headcount, we're not working with them anyways. So this is what I mean. If is false or unchecked, do not run. Okay. Generate the formula. Man, this is like the one part where you just have to sit here and wait. Okay, that's pretty quick. Yeah. Never mind. All right, let's test it out. We're going to run this for 10 rows. Man, today's a good day. All right. It's running. See, run condition not met, which means these rows are not running because the run conditions weren't met that we set up. So this will save you a lot of money and a lot of time. Make sure you guys do that. All right, false, 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 false. So yeah, I probably should have filtered this data a little bit better to like kitchen remodelers or roofers, but I'm hoping we get at least one here. Okay, as we can see here in the sub-industry, machinery manufacturing, software development, industrial machinery manufacturing. This is the only one that's really like, I guess, building stuff. Public safety. So none of these are going to match ICP. But as you can see, what I'm doing here is essentially I'm taking the company description and I'm also going to scrape their website to get information on the company. And I'm going to take all that, like what's going on, right, in their website and their company description, and match that against the customers that I want to work with. So I'm going to say, return true if their company description and website matches the prospects I'm trying to reach out to. Return false if it doesn't. And then we can filter all this stuff later on when we send these leads in. So that's kind of the basic level of scoring. So using AI, so we could do based off a head count, you do it based off of this company description. We could also look at their LinkedIn profile. We could add that into the website and the company description. We could look at, location, but you could obviously filter that. But yeah, there's a lot of things you can do. Now, I'll kind of run through some other ones. Website tech stack, technologies. So this one will essentially give you all the technologies that are on the website. So for example, if these are like tech companies, they might have more. I don't know if construction companies have a lot of tech on their website, but we could figure out what their technology stack is. And we could use that as a scoring system too. So for example, if they don't use HubSpot, right, and we only work with companies that use HubSpot, we would want to figure out what technologies they're using. Now, if what technologies they're using doesn't really matter, then you don't have to do this. But if it does matter, make sure you enrich the tech stack with that column I was talking about. Just look up technologies, and it'll pop up. So website tech stack, find website technologies. These will all give you like, BuiltWhat's a really good one. These will give you everything you need to know about the technologies you're using. Now, it's not 100% perfect, but it's usually pretty good. So it could be a HubSpot, or it could be, do they have Instantly? Do they have RB2B on their website? Right, all these different technologies might be using. But yeah, that's another cool one. And then I think I already talked about this one, web traffic. So you can use SEMrush to get the monthly web traffic. So that's another thing you can use, the scoring. Job openings. You could also use company job openings, so you can enrich the company's data on how many job openings they have. So for example, if you only want to work with companies that have 5 job openings, which would show you that they're growing because they're looking to hire, that's something you could also do. So there's all these different things you could do. The best way is to really get creative with it. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the video today. I want to go too deep into this. Hopefully this all makes sense. If this doesn't make sense, let me know. Or if you guys have a use case you guys want me to do for you, like you guys want me to do it with software companies or something else, I could do a live run, show you how I would do it. But yeah, just let me know in the comment section what you guys want. Like, I'll literally make anything for you guys. But yeah, I hope you guys have a great day, and that's it for now. Bye-bye.